Do you know what the hell the earnest money deposit is? Danny, do you know what the earnest money deposit is?
Nope, I'm just the camera guy.
Perfect. Let's talk about it on today's episodes of Life's a Beach.
Beautiful Santa Barbara, California. However, paradise isn't always smooth sailing. Let's talk about it. This is Life's a Beach.
Okay, let's talk earnest money deposit. So the earnest money deposit is due 3 days after getting your offer accepted as a buyer, or if you're the seller, the earnest money is coming from the buyer within 3 days. It's usually 3% of the purchase price, and it goes into the escrow account. The escrow is the intermediary, the one that keeps all that money safe. So think about it. If it's $1 million purchase price, your 3% earnest money deposit is gonna be $30,000, and that is part of the down payment as a buyer. That is showing that you're moving forward with the deal, that you're gonna get things done, that you're ready to continue to take the steps going towards buying that house. But let's make sure you don't lose that earnest money deposit, because if you pull out of that deal after you have released your contingencies, or you wrote an offer without any contingencies, the seller could potentially hold on to that earnest money deposit if you cancel the contract. I've never personally had a client lose their earnest money deposit, but I've heard lots of stories where someone says, okay, we'll inspect the home in 10 days, do a 10-day inspection contingencies. Here's our $30,000 earnest money deposit. They do the inspections, they release that contingency, they say, hey, we love the house, we wanna go forward with it. And then they realize, wait, we can't buy this house. Wait, we don't want this area. We can't make this happen. And then they try to pull out, and the seller can hold the earnest money deposit. A lot of times it'll go to court to battle it out to see who really gets to keep that deposit, or if the seller can keep it, or if the buyer can get it back. And most times when you cancel a deal, if you do it within the contingency timeline periods, you can back out and you get that $30,000 check back from the escrow company. The important things to consider is that it's important to work with a great realtor that knows what they're doing, so that $30,000 or even that, let's say a $2 million house, $60,000 earnest money deposit is not up for grabs. You need to make sure you know your contingency timelines. You need to make sure you know what you're doing, because that's a lot of money to walk away from. I've never lost a buyer's earnest money deposit, and I'm not gonna start with you, but it's something to consider, that you need to know your timeline and your dates. So if you want to cancel the deal, you can cancel safely, you can cancel smoothly, you pull out, you get that big chunk of earnest money deposit back. I hope you learned something about the earnest money deposit on this episode of Life's a Beach. Danny, you learned something?
Yeah.
Good. We got great new content coming up soon, more Life's a Beach episodes rolling out, and I'll see you on the flip side.